We'll start with Mr. Hicks. Well, this says Raza Studies, but I think it's Mexican American Studies courses be used to satisfy the Arizona State graduation requirements in history and English?
Time?
2 minutes.
What was that? Could you repeat that one?
Sure. I'm going to read it verbatim the way it is here. Should Raza Studies courses be used to satisfy Arizona State graduation requirements in history and English?
No. It should be an elective.
Right.
That's all.
Mr. Ortega?
Well, a lot of people misunderstand teachable moments. A lot of people misunderstand the incredible teachers that we have and the incredible curriculum. It's the 21st century. You know, when we talk about the same book and the same curriculum, imagine if at the university we'd go and with the same book, same curriculum, and that's a little scary to me, where teachers are told this is exactly how you're going to teach. I know there's got to be a standardized approach, but I think we've got to be a little bit more innovative and with the current times. You know, if a young person is learning about U.S. history through a different perspective and is excelling and his grades are up and is not dropping out and continuing on to the university and then becoming a productive member of society and contributing to our economy and our community, great. These are discussions that I'm really concerned that we're having now in 2010. You know, it's the rest of the nation is looking at us as, you know, are we going to be doing what Texas is doing, or we take out certain words from books that are just it's just not who we are. It's not who we are. And I really think, you know, people ask, my friends ask me, you know, how do you deal living in Arizona, such a hateful state? I don't think Arizona is a hateful state. I think there's a few politicians in Phoenix who are fear-mongering, who are capitalizing on fear, who are taking advantage of the situation. But the vast majority of Arizonans are good people, and the vast majority of Arizonans, and it's proven through Prop 100, recognize that we got to get our act together in this state and this district. We really do. We got to get beyond these questions. We got to get beyond these manufactured arguments.
Thank you. Mrs. Solis.
No. They're electives. They should be treated as electives. You want to make certain that the kids are learning the basic courses, the core courses that they need. And then if they're doing that, they can take whatever electives they want. If they want to take Mexican American history, Chicano studies, if they want to take Italian studies, they can take it. Whatever courses that are elective, but you have to make certain that each of these kids learns everything that they need to know to be able to function in this society. And that means they need to take the math, they need to take the science, they need to be able to read, they need to be able to write. They should be able to speak a foreign language taught in this school. And if they can accomplish those core curriculum and they're doing well, then they ought to be able to take any other course that's available to them. And we ought to, and this school district has a whole lot of them. But you don't substitute basket weaving for Algebra 1. You just don't do it. Oh, I got another. And I don't mean that the studies in Mexican American history is equivalent to basket weaving. But the point I'm making is that there are first things first. Period. This country is an amalgamation of all sorts of races and ethnicities. And you know, if you were to cater to every one of them, you'd never get anything done. I mean, each ethnicity, each nationality has its pride. And obviously in southern Arizona, this was Mexico first, you know, and it was Indian before that. So we're all interlopers here. But we need to make certain our kids are educated before we let them take the electives.
These courses have passed the standards that are required by Arizona for history and for English. And so do I believe that students who take these courses should be able to get credit for those? Absolutely. These courses are showing an increase in students' likelihood of graduating, an increase of their likelihood of going on to higher education, and an increase in their other courses as a result of being able to identify with what's going on in the classroom. The children coming out of these courses are critical thinkers. And to think that these students are not going to get the information in other courses, I mean, we start government in kindergarten. I mean, we learn about how a bill becomes a law. I mean, these are all things that happen in the course of our K-12 system. But to not allow a student to self-select, by the way, to self-select this option in one of these courses, I think would really be a travesty. Because the children that I have spoken to when they finish these courses, and the teachers that I respect that are teaching these courses, really have the highest level of integrity. And I will continue to support any course that's going to show the kind of results that these courses have shown.